Well, hello there and welcome to the next part of this F1 2017 Sauber career mode. We're at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez circuit, I hope I said that right, for I think it's the 18th round? I think it's the 18th round, let's have a quick look. Yes, 18th round of the championship. Just about to do short qualifying, so we'll listen to the qualifying objectives in a minute. But as for the practice session, it's gone very well. 275 out of 275 points. After the last episode, I was unable... No, it wasn't the last episode, was it? It was another one before where we've managed to do a load more durability. We're now just 6 units away from having this all completed. And if you look there, we've got 486 resource points already. So if we have a good qualifying and a good race, we might be able to crack the something like maybe 700. And if we keep doing that, we might be able to get all 6 done before the end of the season, but it will be touch and go. So we'll back out of this then and listen to the voicemail for our qualifying objective, and then we'll talk about the weather because it's going to be interesting for the race. So 18th from Beat Magnussen, that's very achievable. Practice pace has been okay. We're sort of around about anywhere from about 12th to 15th place. For the race, I have already had a look at the weather, and I think it may be similar to what it was at Malaysia, where it's dry at the beginning and then 20 minutes in, it's going to be wet. So looking at some of the bits here, all of our parts on the car are fine, as you can see here. Don't know why it's gone all over there. 1, 2, no, 8. Thank you very much. That's what we need, number 8. You can see here that all of these are pretty much on the green. I don't know why it's all gone back over to there. That's a bit annoying. But yeah, so we're on 7% on the ICE, 20, 21, 15. This is the worrying one. The turbocharger is at 53, and that is my best part, I think. Yes, it is my best part. And then finally the electronic system at 12%. So we're certainly looking all right for all the parts, but the turbocharger, I think we're going to need a new one for the next race, that's for sure. I was tempted to take a 5-place grid drop by taking a new turbocharger on, but because we've got good pace here, I'd rather not do that and hopefully sneak a few points. So we'll go to short qualifying then, and we'll see what lap times we can do. So then, first thing we do is have a quick look at the setup, just to show you what I'm running with. Now we'll drop the fuel down for a start. Aerodynamics 3, very low. Gets a bit twitchy in sector 2, but I've got a nice line through there. We've got all the speed down the straights, which is what we need. Transmission 175. Suspension geometry is all the way to the right on the camber and in the middle for the toe. And then suspension is as follows: 11.8, 11.9, 6.5. Brakes 90 and 60. Tyres 23 and 19.5 to try and protect the rears. And the weight distribution is at 8. So that's for setup. We've already got on a set of ultra soft tyres, so we'll get out on track nice and early, post the lap time and see what's going on. So it's not a bad circuit, the Mexican track. In fact, everything from this point on is a bit Mickey Mouse, and it kind of kills the flow of the circuit. But we're in qualifying then, so let's get a couple of laps in and see what's what. Just over 5 minutes left. We've done one flying lap. Very good lap it was as well, I thought. And yeah, we're currently sitting in 6th place. We're very just behind Ocon, but we have managed to out-qualify Kvyat, Sainz, Magnussen, Palmer and a few others already. Although there's probably a few guys at the bottom that haven't done lap time. Oh, Perez has been a bit naughty and had an invalidation. Yeah, so, and Alonso's gone... Well, no, he set his own personal best, hasn't he? So, yeah, so we'll wait for a couple more minutes and then jump out on track, have a slow out lap and then go again. I've got a good possibility here, I think, of maybe creeping just inside the top 10, but it's going to require a bit of a mega lap to do so. So we've got a little bit of traffic, but it shouldn't distract us too much. Let's try and get in the top 10. So there we go then. We have managed to creep inside the top 10, which is probably something I didn't want to do because we got rain forecast towards the end of the race and I wanted a fresh set of super softs rather than a used set of ultras. So that's going to be difficult to try and manage. But Hamilton's taken pole by a tenth of a second from Bottas. Ferrari on row 2, Red Bull on row 3. We've got Perez and Massa just ahead of us and Ocon behind. Further back we've got Hulkenberg, Kvyat, Palmer as well. And then all the way down the bottom we've got Verline. So we was 1.5 seconds quicker than our own teammate on a track as short as Mexico. So yeah, pace is genuine then. 9th quickest in qualifying, felt very good. I made a few mistakes, I think in maybe either sector 1 or sector 2, so we might have even I don't know if we'd have got 8th or anything, but I'll take a 9th place. There may be grid penalties as well for some of the other cars around us, but it's all going to be about looking after these ultra soft tyres until the rain hopefully arrives towards the end of the race. So then the Doritos points for qualifying. Another 85 already takes us over the 500 mark. And our rivalry, another point to us. So we're now 6 ahead, 7 to go. So we should be able to lock this one away in a couple of races. And the reputation level continues to creep up. McLaren is definitely now at least halfway. And it looks like Haas and Renault are in 2nd and 3rd place. So we'll listen to the voicemail then and see what our race objectives are, starting in 9th place. 15th place, it is possible, very possible, but yeah, got to look after these tyres in the race, which is a bit frustrating. I would have preferred to have started in 11th, to be honest. So I'll have a quick look at the laptop, just check on everything. I mean, we could probably, to be honest, go for another 5 place grid drop. Don't really want to do that. So we'll start with all of this then. And so yeah, let's crack on. 18 laps around Mexico. Let's see if we can survive and pick up a good result.
Let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Raikkonen and the Sauber, Esteban Ocon and Hamilton, Palmer, Alonso, Van Dorn and Daniel Ricciardo, Verstappen, Perez, Pascal Wehrlein and Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Sainz, Lance Stroll and Roman Grosjean. Kvyat and Felipe Massa completes the grid.
Everyone is getting a lot of grid penalties at the moment for changing parts, which means that we probably could have got away with even changing our turbocharger and still starting inside the top 10. So this will be our highest grid start in 4th place. So we'll have a quick look at the race strategy then. Indeed, you look at that half race, it's going to be intermediate weather. Then even towards the end, it's saying heavy rain. So well, fuel saying 21.7 laps. Okay, we'll go with that then. Oh, can we change it? We can't change it. Oh, that's such a shame. So we've got to start on a used set of ultra soft tyres. The weather's going to get worse as the race goes on, so it's all about looking after these ultras and keeping it clean at the start, because we're going to be right at the sharp end of the field as the lights go out. So here we go then, 5 lights are coming on now. And away we go. It's not a bad start. We're in the tow of Vettel ahead. So we're going to get very cosy down into turn 1. Oh, he managed to sneak through. So we've just come around the final corner now. I've got a few cars behind me. Oh, contact a little bit of Hamilton, pushes us wide. He's going to get through in a second. And here come the Ferraris. Oh no! That was lucky. Oh, more contact with Raikkonen. Still around his outside. Oh, just squeezes us out. You noticed there, Jeff saying heavy rain in 15 minutes. That won't help me. I will have to make a pit stop onto another set of dry tyres. We're going to box at the end of this lap for a new set of super softs. I'm not necessarily looking to undercut people. I'm just looking to sort of have the pace after everyone else has made a pit stop as well. So we're going to dive in early here. Bang on the money that was, that entry. So we'll all come out in last place. So we'll bump it into rich fuel mix and get on our way. So a few guys have made pit stops, including Vettel in the Ferrari, and we've managed to get an undercut on him. So this is looking promising. We've got yellow flags ahead. Oh, Verline stops in the middle of a track. Looks like he's got suspension failure or something. More cars in the pits. Should move us inside the top 10. It does into 8th. Some more guys in the pits. Someone's coming out. Oh, that's my teammate, so he's now a lap down. And here comes Vettel. And defend the inside. The company's sitting in 4th place. Rain expected in the next few minutes. So we're getting very lively here. A few spots of rain starting to fall now. Lap 11 out of 18. So we will be going on to either inters or wets. But if it's light rain now and heavy rain in 5 minutes, I think I might risk it. Well, they're already saying pit this lap for intermediate tyres. That's early. It's literally, the rain's only just started falling, but I think it's going to be heavy rain soon, so I don't know, do we take a risk? Do we take a risk? Oh, we're very sideways already. I'm going to carry on, because I think it's going to be heavy rain in a minute or two. As we go straight on at the first chicane. Please don't give me a time penalty. Oh, fucks! 5 second stop go penalty. But I'm coming in at the end of this lap. Oh, I've got to stop the car then. Oh, we're sideways. Let's cut across. Sorry, boys. Right, creep in. Penalty? Oh, come on. What's going on with this fucking game, man? I was not speeding when I came in. Oh. We're out in 12th. Look, there's people pitting for inters. I don't know if it's right for wets. I think I've got another penalty as well. And here comes Ricciardo. Can't get past fella. We've got good top end speed. It's heavy rain, but their intermediates are working. We've run wide. Ricciardo's come through. And this race is just promising so much. We were second off the line. That was in lap 1. We were second, for God's sake, and now we're back here fighting in 11th place. On apparently the wrong tyres, even though they're the right ones. Ricciardo, don't chop across me, thank you. Also running out of fuel, 0.22 in the red, so I've got to go into low fuel mix at some point, which is probably going to lose me more time. Kvyat's at the race, so that does put us into 10th place. We've got absolutely everyone behind us. So we're into the final lap. This race has just been an absolute nightmare. Defend the inside line. And we've completely outbraked ourselves. And we've hit the back of Ricciardo as well and run wide. Can this race get any worse? So around the final corner, this race can fuck off. So we have been classified in 11th place. The little penalty sign I got was just saying we was going to serve a penalty when you came in. I was going to say I didn't fucking speed when I came over the pit lane line, and if it did give me a penalty for that, I would have been really pissed off. But yeah, so even though it was heavy rain in the last 6 laps, the intermediate tyres were better. That just makes logic, doesn't it? So yeah, Bottas has won then by 17 seconds from Hamilton and Raikkonen in 3rd. Hulkenberg's picked up a 7th. Magnussen, our rival, finished in 8th place, so that's not good. And unfortunately, Ricciardo got us in the final lap. And then we couldn't get back in because we was running in low fuel mix, and I damaged my front wing on the back of him as well. So we had a whole host of cars behind us: Grosjean, Palmer, Sainz, Stroll, Alonso as well. And Van Dorn and Verline were both a lap down for whatever reason. And Kvyat and Massa also failed to finish, retiring late on. In the standings then, Hamilton now leads by just 14 points over Raikkonen of Bottas in 3rd place, just holding off Vettel. We remain in 11th place for now. And in the Constructors, we've dropped down to 8th because Renault and Haas have scored a handful of good points, and Force India have finally managed to jump Williams. They've been threatening it for quite a while, but now they've done it. At the top, Mercedes only lead by 41 points, and McLaren really need some points in the final 2 races if they don't want to be completely embarrassed. So then the resource points for the race, only 70, not good. Final position compared to qualifying, lost 7 places. And obviously we lost 3 points for the disciplinary record of that corner cut, which is a bit unfair, I thought, really. But I don't think it would have made much difference anyway. We lost so much time on the wet tyres that we probably would have been in 11th place anyway. And the resource points for first driver bonus, another 25. The rivalry update, well, we've lost a point to Magnussen, unfortunately, because he's beaten us. But we're still 5 ahead, and we only need 5 more to lock this away. So I think we will do it. Team approval would have gone up. We would have finished 15th and beaten our teammates. So even though it was a poor race by our standards, the reputation for ourselves has still gone up quite well. And finally, the career score for the weekend. Nice in practice and qualifying. And decent points in the race as well. But unfortunately, wasn't penalty free. But we have gone over 10,000 points, which is nice. Which just shows again how competitive we were in practice, qualifying and the race as well to finish where we did. So yeah, just over 10,000 points, not bad. So then that is Mexico all done with. I don't know if there's any point really doing one of these. I don't think it makes much difference. We might as well just save them up anyway and just do it all at the maybe, I don't know if we can do it after the final race or not. I'm not too sure, but we'll just save it for now and do it after Brazil, which would be round 19 of 20. So we've just got 2 races left then of the season. Let's have a quick look at our bits on the power units. We're going to have to order. Well, I'll do it anyway for the next one, but we're definitely going to need a new turbocharger. That will not see the end. Gearbox, we've now done 3 races of... Oh no, we haven't. Sorry, we've done 2 races of it at 14% tyre wear. So yeah, next one then will be at Brazil. 2 races left of season 1, and we'll get the season done as soon as possible and then crack on with season 2, which I'm looking forward to very much. So thank you very much for watching this episode. Started off well, but sort of fell away towards the end, which is a bit disappointing. There was definite good points to be had, but the penalty, and to be honest, making a change onto the wrong tyres, even though I thought it was the right one to go for. It was saying heavy rain, but for whatever reason, Inter still worked fine. So a bit of a missed opportunity there. We could have picked up some more points, which would have been very nice, but you know, that's what happens in racing sometimes. So thank you very much for watching this episode, and I'll see you for round 19 at Brazil very soon.